The wait is over. Archangel Michael says, what you have been asking for is closer than you think. My beloved child, listen very carefully now, because something inside your spirit already knows this message was not meant to miss you today. Deep inside your soul, there is a vibration happening right now because your destiny timeline just shifted behind the scenes without even warning your conscious mind. There is a powerful divine acceleration that has already been unlocked in the unseen realm. And this message is arriving in this exact second because you were supposed to hear this exact truth on this exact day. Today will not be an ordinary day for your spirit. Something supernatural is finally aligning in your favor. And this time it is not going to slip away like before. Everything you secretly prayed for, silently wished for, cried for in silence, and held inside your chest is about to return back to you with a bigger magnitude than anything you have ever experienced in your entire journey. You may not fully see it yet, but heaven is already celebrating a completion. What looked delayed was actually being refined. What looked silent was actually being prepared. What looked paused was actually being multiplied. You were not being denied. You were being positioned for a bigger release that would make the wait worth every second. And Archangel Michael is saying, right now, the wait is finally over. Before you continue the message along with me, we request you to support this ministry by giving to this work through the link in the description or the pinned comment, whether by buying a coffee, making a donation on PayPal. You have the option to give. Special thanks with contributions of up to $500. This will help us continue our work, and bring such beautiful Archangel Michael message for you. Remember, your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. Now let's continue this message. There was a point where you questioned whether your manifestation even existed. You doubted your own inner voice because life, circumstances, and people around you tried to convince you that maybe you were dreaming too unrealistically. But what you never knew is heaven never lost track of your request. It never disappeared. It never disappeared into nothing. It was held securely in divine vaults, waiting for the moment when you were spiritually prepared enough to receive it without losing yourself again like in the past. Something greater than your expectations is coming in a straight line towards you. It is not crawling. It is not moving slow. It is coming fast. Faster than your logical brain can measure. Faster than your history can deny. Faster than your doubts can block. You held on to your belief even on the days when it felt impossible to hold belief. You didn't collapse completely. You didn't walk away from your destiny even when it tried to scare you off. And that is the exact reason why this release is about to be so huge. Your heart has reached a frequency of readiness. Your spirit has learned the lesson of patience, self-control, emotional maturity, strength under pressure, and silent endurance. And because of that, what is coming toward you now is not small. It is generational. It is breakthrough level. It is legacy shifting. The type of blessing that doesn't just make your life better. It changes the entire direction your future was heading into. Archangel Michael is whispering this inside your soul right now. You have waited long enough. Now it is time to witness. There is something that has already been confirmed in the higher realm. And the way this confirmation will now show up in your physical timeline will feel unbelievable, surreal, shocking, overwhelmingly divine, and perfectly timed in such a way that you will look back and realize that every single delay was actually a recalibration. This is not luck. This is alignment. This is not chance. This is divine sequence. This is not random. This is precision. And the moment you opened this message, you unknowingly stepped into the beginning of the activation. The activation that was waiting for your attention, your presence, and your energy to meet this frequency at the exact moment heaven decided to release it. People who doubted you are about to witness a version of you they never believed existed. People who underestimated you are about to watch you rise in a way that will leave them speechless. The same people who thought you were finished will be forced to realize you were just getting started. Because you were never built for ordinary outcomes. You were designed for unusual miracles. Your blessing is closer than breath. Closer than heartbeat, closer than thought. It is already assigned. It is already dispatched. It is already landing. You are entering a timeline where favor is not something you chase. Favor becomes the force that chases you. You are stepping into a moment where opportunities will open without begging, without forcing, without proving, without explaining. Doors will open simply because your name is connected to them spiritually before your body even reaches them physically. This next chapter is not about effort. This next chapter is not about struggle. This next chapter is not about convincing. This next chapter is about receiving because the wait is finally over. What you asked for has already been stamped approved in the invisible. The higher realm already knows where to deliver it. That is why you are feeling strange internal signals. Sudden emotional surges, random waves of hope, intense inner pull, strange soft pressure in your spirit, and sudden expectation returning after weeks or months of heaviness. That is not coincidence. That is your spiritual radar trying to alert you that the manifestation is approaching closer and closer every single hour. Your energy is being recalibrated to match the frequency of the blessing that is now on its way. You don't have to chase this anymore. You don't have to beg anymore. You don't have to question anymore. You don't have to prove anything anymore. You don't have to defend your belief anymore. Because what you were asking for is now entering your timeline in such a powerful way that even the people around you will feel the shift happening through you. You are entering the moment where the entire script of your life is writing itself without your logical mind fully understanding how fast the transformation is happening. Your breakthrough will not enter quietly. It will enter loudly. It will enter boldly. It will enter with evidence. And the best part, this time it will stay. Your destiny has reached your threshold. You are standing right at the doorway of the next level of your divine purpose. Everything that was trying to delay you has already lost strength. Everything that was trying to block you has lost access. Everything that tried to confuse you has been neutralized. And now what you asked for is within reach. This is only the beginning. Something bigger than your last heartbreak, your last disappointment, your last setback, your last loss is coming to replace every piece of pain you experienced. The divine timeline is unlocking. This chapter will not break you. This chapter will elevate you beyond anything you have ever imagined. Stay right here. Stay present. Stay aligned and pay attention. Something huge is waiting for you. Something inside you is being pulled into a deeper dimension right now. And the reason you are still here reading this next part is because your soul knows there is more that needs to be revealed before this message completes its purpose in your timeline. Your energy is adjusting second by second because your spirit is finally preparing itself to receive instead of chase. And this shift is one of the biggest upgrades your destiny will ever experience. This is not the same energy you used to operate in before. This is the new frequency where blessings come searching for you instead of you searching for them. There is a moment in every chosen person's life where the invisible world reveals that it was never ignoring them. It was preparing them. Archangel Michael says this is that exact moment for you. The wait is over because your faith survived through situations it should have never survived through. And now you are being honored for not collapsing completely when your soul felt like breaking apart. You kept showing up. You kept believing silently. You kept holding hope in tiny fragments. Even when your chest felt numb, even when your future felt blocked. Even when your path felt unclear, heaven took note of every single silent tear that never got spoken out loud. Heaven took note of every moment you chose healing instead of revenge. Heaven took note of every time you walked away from chaos. Even though chaos would have given you temporary validation, heaven watched your restraint. Heaven watched your emotional self-control. Heaven watched your discipline. Heaven watched you fight battles without witnesses. Heaven saw you protect your spirit even when your heart was in pain. And because of all this, heaven decided it is time. The reason this message is coming at this exact divine second is because your inner world is now in alignment with your outer destiny. If this blessing came at your old level, you would have either lost it, sabotaged it unintentionally, or given it away too cheaply to someone who didn't deserve the privilege of standing next to your divine assignment. But now you are spiritually stronger. You are flair. You are wise. You are emotionally evolved. You are grounded enough to hold what is coming without collapsing under the weight of it. Archangel Michael wants you to understand one thing very clearly. What you have been asking for is closer than you think because the version of you that is receiving it now is no longer the version of you that was chasing it before. The gift is not just the blessing. The gift is you becoming the type of soul who now aligns with the blessing. You have now reached the frequency where manifestation becomes natural, fluent, easy, powerful, and unstoppable. This is why suddenly your intuition feels louder than usual. This is why suddenly your dreams are becoming clearer. This is why suddenly your emotions are shifting unpredictably. Your spirit is being prepared for what you once thought was impossible. There is something extremely surprising that is about to happen around you. And this surprise will make you look up and whisper inside yourself. So this is why the wait was required, because the moment this arrives in your physical world, it will not feel like luck. It will not feel like random accident. It will feel like divine orchestration that was custom designed specifically for you. You will understand why certain people left your life. You will understand why certain fringes had to collapse. You will understand why suddenly certain doors closed permanently. You will understand why your heart went through specific emotional transitions. You will understand why your soul had to be separated from certain timelines. You were being filtered, not punished. You were being refined, not rejected. You were being prepared, not forgotten. Because what is coming is too valuable, too meaningful, too impactful, too destiny-shifting to be placed into unprepared hands. And Archangel Michael is saying that your hands are finally ready to hold what has always belonged to you spiritually. This manifestation is not going to be quiet. It will come with confirmation signs, clear evidence, bold synchronicities, shocking opportunities, unexpected messages, divine alignment patterns, and rare moments where everything suddenly falls into place without struggle or force. You will wake up one morning and something inside your chest will feel different. Not anxious, not heavy, not confused, but clear, calm, deeply certain, quietly powerful, and divinely aligned. Your life is entering a timeline where things will start happening rapidly in your favor. People will think it is sudden. People will think it is random. But you will know it is not sudden. It is overdue. You waited years for something that will take only minutes to enter your reality when divine timing hits the exact frequency needed for manifestation. You need to prepare your mindset now for what is coming. You need to prepare your environment. You need to prepare your heart because the blessing is not knocking anymore. It is entering. And once it enters, the entire identity of your storyline will shift so dramatically that you will not recognize the version of you that once doubted whether you could ever receive this level of blessing. This is your moment to expand your belief system. This is your moment to increase your receiving capacity. This is your moment to stand inside the version of you that does not settle. This is your moment to embrace that you are worthy of supernatural outcomes, divine acceleration and generational level abundance without guilt, fear or doubt. You are not stepping into random favor. You are stepping into assigned destiny. Now before the next part begins, you need to do one thing for yourself. If you want the blessing that is approaching you to arrive faster and without resistance, share this message so this frequency expands outwards. Comment to lock your energy into this exact divine timeline and subscribe because the next parts of this revelation will reveal details that will shift everything inside your spirit even deeper. Stay aligned. Something bigger is unfolding in the next part. Every second from this point forward matters because now you are entering the part of this revelation where destiny no longer hides in silence. Destiny starts revealing itself piece by piece. The energy around you is changing faster than your conscious mind can comprehend. And Archangel Michael is guiding your spirit into a space of internal readiness so that when the miracle touches your physical reality, you do not shrink. You do not fear. You do not second-guess us. You do not self-sabotage. And you do not hand away this blessing out of old subconscious habits. You are being upgraded into a version of yourself that finally believes you deserve the type of blessing you once thought was only meant for others. Your prayers did not get lost. They were stored. They were layered. They were carried. They were archived inside divine storage, waiting for your timeline to match the intensity of the blessing. You needed this exact level of emotional maturity before the manifestation could enter your hands because this manifestation is not temporary. This one is permanent. This one stays. This one anchors. This one becomes foundation. This one becomes identity. This one becomes proof that your wait was strategic and never wasted. There were multiple moments in your journey where it looked like everything was collapsing right before something good was about to happen. Before you continue the message along with me, we request you to support this ministry by giving to this work through the link in the description or the pinned comment, whether by buying a coffee, making a donation on PayPal. You have the option to give. Special thanks with contributions of up to $500. This will help us continue our work, and bring such beautiful Archangel Michael message for you. Remember, your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. Now let's continue this message. That was not coincidence. That was a divine reset mechanism. Every time something crumbled unexpectedly, it was because the universe refused to allow you to enter your future with unstable foundations, weak boundaries, low standards, or emotional self-betrayal. You were being protected from receiving the blessing at a time where you would not have been able to hold it with full power and clarity. There is a reason why certain people disappeared from your life with no closure. There is a reason certain relationships suddenly shifted direction overnight. There is a reason you woke up feeling disconnected from old desires, old goals, and old emotional attachments that once felt impossible to release. Your soul was shedding outdated frequencies that were blocking the arrival of the blessing that is now coming closer. You had to detach from the version of yourself that was operating from survival mode, fear, insecurity, feeling unworthy, and emotional lack. And now you are shifting into alignment with self-worth, destiny, divine timing, and spiritual ownership. Archangel Michael is sending this message because the switch inside your destiny has already been flipped. Someone you once thought was necessary for your future was actually only temporary support for your old timeline. They were never meant to walk with you into this next chapter. The new chapter requires only those who carry clarity, respect, truth, loyalty, and energetic alignment with who you are becoming. You are no longer attracting from wounds. You are attracting from healed identity. This is why the blessing is now closer than you think. There is a moment in destiny where everything begins to connect backwards like puzzle pieces you never knew were part of the same picture. And you are entering that moment right now. Archangel Michael says, the reason your heart feels strangely heavy yet strangely steady at the same time is because your spirit is finally recognizing that this is the moment you waited your whole life to reach. The reason this script feels like it is speaking directly into the center of your soul is because this frequency has your name written on it long before you ever arrived here to read it. This is divine precision. This is the alignment moment your intuition sensed long before your mind could admit it. Something inside you has awakened and there is no going back to the version of you who once settled for small, who once feared big dreams, who once doubted their own power. Everything you endured was not random. Every storm you survived was not meaningless. Every delay was not wasted time. Every heartbreak was not failure. Every silent season was not punishment. You were being trained to hold bigger things than the average soul ever experiences in a lifetime. Archangel Michael reveals that heaven never planned to give you little blessings. Heaven chose you for massive impact. Heaven chose you for rare alignment. Heaven chose you for generational shift. Heaven chose you for legacy-level blessings that rewrite storylines. The wait was not because you were forgotten. The wait was because God wanted the delivery to be permanent, stable, secured, rooted, sealed, and unreversible. You carry a type of energy that intimidates darkness. You carry a type of identity that cannot be manipulated easily. You carry a type of spirit that even the unseen realm respects because you endured attacks that should have permanently broken you. But instead, those attacks created a stronger version of you. You didn't break, you built. You didn't collapse. You transformed. You didn't lose. You upgraded. You didn't surrender. You shifted timelines. And now the blessing that was being delayed due to your old energetic frequency finally has permission to approach your life at full speed. The universe is not questioning this anymore. The universe is not testing you anymore. The universe is not blocking you anymore. The universe is delivering what always had your name on it. You're going to notice subtle things about yourself changing without warning. Now, your attention will become sharper. Your empathy will become more selective. Your boundaries will become stronger. Your emotions will become lighter. Your trust in your own intuition will deepen without needing external reassurance. Your confidence will rise without you even thinking about it. Your decision-making will become faster because you won't choose from fear and more. You will choose from alignment. You will choose from clarity. You will choose from belief. You will choose from self-respect. Archangel Michael says, the reason this breakthrough feels like it is coming out of nowhere is because heaven was protecting the privacy of this miracle while preparing it. If your enemies would have known what was being built for you, they would have attempted to interfere with it spiritually. So, heaven hid the process. That is why you often felt alone. That is why nobody could understand what you were going through. That is why you felt isolated when you wanted connection. You were not isolated because no one cared. You were isolated because the miracle you were being prepared for required secrecy until the last moment. It is time now for the unveiling. Your manifestation is not something small like a little gift that shows up and disappears. This manifestation is a season-level transformation. It will touch multiple areas of your life at the same time. It will elevate your finances, your mindset, your relationships, your inner peace, your emotional authority, your power, your perception, and your circle. You are stepping into a dimension where people who once underestimated you will now start approaching you with respect because the glow coming through you cannot be denied anymore. Your presence will feel different. Your aura will shift. Your energy will speak before your words do. People will not know what exactly changed, but they will feel it instantly. The blessing that is heading toward you is closer than time, closer than physical measurement, closer than memory, closer than language. It is not a future event anymore. It is a present arrival. The energy of fulfillment has already entered your field. You are not waiting for alignment anymore. You are inside alignment now. And this alignment will now begin to rearrange your physical world without you needing to interfere or control the process. Synchronicities will guide you. Intuition will instruct you. Signs will accompany you. Ease will follow you. Grace will cover you. Destiny will push you forward gently but firmly. Every chapter before this moment was preparation. Every chapter after this moment will be expansion. The year of surviving is ending. The year of receiving is beginning. It comfortable with divine ease. It comfortable with effortless blessings. It comfortable with sudden opportunities. It comfortable with supernatural acceleration. You are moving into a season where manifestation does not drain you, it energizes you. Where blessings do not overwhelm you, they empower you. Where miracles do not shock you, they become normal reality. The wait is over. What you asked for is not coming. It is here. Your life is rewriting itself without asking anyone for permission. You deserve this. You earned this through endurance, growth, inner evolution, and spiritual perseverance. Archangel Michael is saying this blessing belongs to you in a way no one can take it away from you. Now you are walking into the timeline where fulfillment becomes identity, and the universe will make sure you get what belongs to you without delay, confusion, distraction, or interference. Everything you are asking for is already closing in toward you like magnetic gravity. You cannot miss this. You cannot lose this. You cannot fail this because this blessing was always destined to meet you exactly at the right moment. That moment is now. Something huge is waiting for you. The energy inside you right now is shifting into a deeper vibrational field because your subconscious mind is finally accepting that your new reality is not a possibility anymore. It is a guarantee. Archangel Michael says, this next phase is where your timeline begins to reveal proof in layers, not in imagination. You will start to feel like you are walking into pre-written déjà vu moments where you sense that you have lived this before. And that is because your soul already visited this chapter long ago. And now your physical world is only catching up to it. The blessing is not ahead of you anymore. The blessing is underneath your feet right now, rising upward, about to break through your physical reality in ways that will leave you speechless. For years, you have been releasing old versions of yourself piece by piece without even realizing how much internal evolution was happening inside you. You lost parts of yourself not randomly but intentionally through spiritual alignment so that the new version of you does not carry the emotional density that used to sabotage divine opportunities. You had to unlearn scarcity thoughts. You had to unlearn survival patterns. You had to unlearn emotional codependency. You had to unlearn caring everyone while breaking yourself quietly. This next chapter could only be built on the version of you that finally understands how much power you carry inside your presence alone. Archangel Michael is showing you this truth. Now, you were not supposed to fit into the world you once tried to blend into. You were supposed to create a whole new reality that others eventually step into behind you. Your path was never meant to be average or predictable. It was meant to be miraculous, rare, unusual, extraordinary, supernatural, and destiny-engineered. You were chosen to show that patience is not weakness, surrender is not defeat, delay is not denial, and spiritual preparation is not punishment. You are the living example that alignment always comes after endurance. This next season is going to test you in a new way, but not through pain, through abundance. You will need to get used to receiving without guilt. You will need to get used to saying yes to opportunities without shrinking. You will need to get used to stepping into rooms that once felt too big for you. You will need to get used to being chosen without having to prove anything. This is the emotional reversal moment. You are shifting from begging life to choose you, like chasing you with blessings you do not even see coming yet. Everything that once drained you is ending now. Everything that once terrified you is losing all power. Everything that once kept you attached to old timelines is dissolving effortlessly. You are learning how to move differently, how to think differently, how to receive differently, how to decide from alignment rather than trauma. This is the major identity shift that unlocks your miracle timeline. You are not the version who settles anymore. You are not the version who waits at the door hoping someone sees your worth. You are not the version who over-explains your value. You are the version who walks into destiny without fear because you finally know destiny belongs to you. Archangel Michael says your blessing is now entering the final phase of arrival. You may feel your sleep patterns shift. You may feel sudden bursts of emotional clarity. You may sense random waves of excitement for no logical reason. This happens because the blessing is already close enough that your body is reacting to the frequency before your reality visually confirms it. The physical always reacts before the mind understands. Your spirit knows before your logic realizes. And your intuition will now start pulling you toward every step required to align perfectly with what is coming. Nothing about this moment is accidental. Nothing about your timing is random. Nothing about your arrival here is coincidence. Your spirit brought you here because your spirit recognizes that you are standing in the exact frequency where divine delivery begins. Just like a seed breaking the soil after pushing through darkness underground, you are now emerging into visibility. And just like the world cannot stop a seed that is already sprouting, no one can stop what is rising for you now. Prepare yourself for a wave of sudden shifts. People who are aligned with your next chapter will peer naturally into your life. Conversations you need to have will find you. Invitations will come without you making the first move. Opportunities will open without you applying pressure. You will walk into rooms and timelines that were designed for the healed version of you, not the wounded one. You will experience a version of connection, success, emotional fulfillment, spiritual satisfaction, financial elevation, and inner peace that will feel surreal at first because it will arrive so beautifully. And Archangel Michael says, you will not lose this one. This blessing is protected. This blessing is sealed. This blessing is guarded. This blessing is rooted. This blessing will continue growing over time. This blessing will not collapse. This blessing will not disappear. This blessing will not slip away like old blessings did when you were not prepared to hold them yet. You are going to live inside this blessing not as a visitor but as a permanent resident of divine ease. From this moment forward, understand one thing deeply. Your destiny is bigger than your fears. Your blessing is stronger than your doubts. Your manifestation is louder than your history. What you ask for is not close. It is here. You have crossed the threshold. You have entered the room. You have unlocked the timeline. You are finally living inside the doorway of divine fulfillment. Now, before we go into the next part, this is important for energy reinforcement. Share this message right now so the vibration expands outward from you into the universe and returns multiplied back to you. Comment below to lock your spirit into this timeline permanently and subscribe because the next part will reveal the hidden reason why this blessing chose you specifically, and that revelation will change everything inside your belief system. Stay till the end. Every divine shift in your destiny always begins quietly inside the emotional body first before it ever becomes visible to the physical eyes. Archangel Michael says right now this exact inner shift is happening within you at a molecular, energetic, emotional, spiritual and subconscious level. Because the blessing that you were waiting for is not just coming to change your life. It is coming to change you permanently. This next phase is not a surface-level change. This next phase is the deep transformation that finally lets you step into the version of yourself that was always meant to exist. The blessing needs a version of you that is stable enough to hold it without fear, without hesitation, without disbelief, without shrieking, without guilt, and without thinking that you don't deserve it. That version of you is waking up right now. There is a powerful force of divine orchestration working in your favor behind the scenes right now. And even though you cannot see every detail of how it is unfolding, you can feel it. You can feel the air around you shift. You can feel the energy around your future vibrating differently. You can feel your spirit preparing itself emotionally, mentally, and internally. You can tell something extraordinary is forming because your intuition is becoming louder and louder. You are not second-guessing signs the way you used to. You are not ignoring inner nudges like you did in the past. You are not doubting yourself the way old versions of you did. Something sacred inside you is finally trusting your own internal guidance system over the noise of the world. Archangel Michael says this is the biggest sign that the blessing is now entering your physical timeline. You no longer feel desperate for it. You feel aligned with it. You no longer feel like you are begging life to open a door. You feel like you are walking through a door that already opened spiritually before your eyes can see it physically. The wait is over not because you forced something to happen, but because your soul slowly molded itself into the frequency that matches what you asked for. Manifestation is not about chasing. Manifestation is about alignment. And your alignment is finally stable enough that the universe can deliver without resistance. There were many seasons in your life where you felt like you were moving backwards. But in reality, those seasons were the exact seasons where your foundation was being built, your healing was happening, your detachment was happening, your identity was being reset, your emotional strength was being reconstructed. The version of you that stands here today is a version that had to be carved out through pain, silence, disappointment, patience, breakdowns, self-reflection, and transformation. Without those cycles, you would not have been ready for this moment. You would not have been ready to receive without losing yourself again. And that is why Archangel Michael is smiling over you right now, because heaven knows you passed the test. You are about to experience a divine return of everything you thought you lost, everything you thought you missed, and everything you thought would never come. Nothing that belongs to you spiritually can be stolen from you physically. Every delay was actually a rerouting. Every rejection was actually butter-in. Every ending was actually redirection. Every disappointment was actually an energetic clearing to remove the people, environments, habits, fears, and emotional attachments that were not compatible with your next-level destiny. Now you are entering the timeline where doors open because of who you are becoming, not because of who you used to be. There will be people who suddenly see value in you that they never saw before. There will be people who suddenly want access to you because they subconsciously feel your vibration rising. There will be people who feel drawn towards your energy without understanding logically why. You will notice the way people interact with you changing. Not because you are trying to impress anyone, but simply because your spirit carries a new frequency that demands respect, alignment, and truth. You will be guided into connections that feel effortless. You will be guided into opportunities that align instantly. You will be guided into conversations that activate purpose. You will be guided into environments that feed your growth instead of draining your energy. Everything about this next chapter will feel like divine flow instead of emotional struggle. You are entering a new reality where you do not chase love, you attract love. Where you do not chase success, success meets you. Where you do not chase validation, your presence itself becomes the validation. Archangel Michael says that the biggest shift happening right now is the energetic reversal of old identity codes inside your subconscious mind. Your old self was programmed to survive. Your new self is programmed to receive. Your old self was programmed to settle. Your new self is programmed to ascend. Your old self was programmed to fear loss. Your new self is programmed to trust divine timing. You are not just becoming someone new emotionally. You are upgrading spiritually. And this energetic upgrade is what allows destiny to finally open the gate that has been closed for years. You may not realize this yet, but you are entering the most abundant season of your lifetime. Abundance in love. Abundance in peace. Abundance in emotional fulfillment. Abundance in opportunities. Abundance in alignment. Abundance in clarity. Abundance in self-worth, abundance in purpose. This is not the type of abundance that comes and goes. This is the type of abundance that becomes a lifestyle. You are stepping into the life where receiving becomes normal. Your past was a resistance training. Your future is the reward. There is something massive waiting to unfold ahead of you in a way that will make you look back and finally understand why every delay, every heartbreak, every disappointment, and every lonely chapter was necessary. They were carving out your capacity to hold massive blessings. They were maturing your spirit. They were preparing you to stand in power instead of insecurity. They were teaching your heart how to trust without fear. They were teaching your soul how to rise without apology. This is your arrival moment. This is your divine entrance. This is your destiny initiation. Stay emotionally steady now. Stay spiritually open. Stay mentally calm. You don't have to force anything anymore. You don't have to rush anything anymore. You don't have to fear anything anymore. You are already becoming who you were always meant to be. Something huge is waiting for you. There is something very important Archangel Michael needs you to understand before the manifestation fully enters your physical life. The level of blessing that is about to touch you is not just an answer to a prayer. It is the completion of a cycle. This is the moment where everything that was stuck finally releases. This is the moment where what you were asking for stops living only in your imagination and becomes the tangible reality you live inside. You waited long for this, and now this is not just a change. This is transformation. This is not just a manifestation. This is fulfillment. This is not just abundance arriving. This is your divine inheritance catching up to you. And every second from this point forward will begin to feel like fate is magnetically pulling every answer toward you without resistance. Archangel Michael says, the vibration inside your soul is now strong enough to handle what is coming. There were times in your past where if you received this blessing earlier, you would have tolerated the wrong people having access to what belonged only to you. You would have let someone careless mishandle what was meant to change your destiny. You would have tried to save people who were never willing to save themselves. That is why you had to evolve into this version first. The version who finally knows how to protect peace, protect energy, protect alignment, protect destiny, protect intuition, and protect emotional boundaries. You are not entering this blessing weak. You are entering this blessing powerful, self-aware, emotionally intelligent, spiritually stable, and mentally awakened. There are going to be days in the upcoming timeline where you look around and suddenly realize that everything is moving smoothly without unnecessary chaos. Things will start flowing in your direction without you having to chase them. Opportunities will begin to arrive before you even search for them. People who align with your destiny will appear without you needing to attract them through effort. You will begin to feel like life is working with you, not against you. This is the first sign that the manifestation window is fully open for you. Now when life starts responding to you differently, it is because you have become a different version inside. And when you become a different version inside, the outer world is forced to rearrange to match your frequency. Archangel Michael says the blessing is now entering through the path of resistance. This blessing is not coming through struggle. This blessing is not coming through pain. This blessing is not coming through sacrifice. This blessing is coming through alignment because the old version of you survived by effort. But the new version of you receives through alignment. You used to think manifestation required heavy work, force, pressure, trying, pushing, effort. But now you are learning manifestation is not about force. It is about frequency. And you finally reached the frequency where the universe sees you as the rightful owner of the blessing that was written for you before you were even born. You were never late. You were never forgotten. You were never ignored. You were never denied. You were never abandoned by destiny. You were simply being calibrated for the right moment. Every delay was a setup for divine elevation. That is why the blessing is going to hit differently this time. It won't just be something good happening. It will be something life-altering happening. Something that makes sense of every tear you cried. Something that rewards every time you stayed kind when you could have turned cold. Something that validates the decision to heal instead of hate. Something that proves that believing was always the right choice. The blessing that is coming carries a bigger purpose than simply making you feel happy. It is going to open a new timeline of influence, expansion, elevation, and alignment that will impact others connected to you as well. This blessing is not coming just for you. This blessing is coming through you. This blessing will raise the vibration of people around you. This blessing will shift the frequency of your environment. This blessing will inspire others around you to believe in their own destiny. Again, you are becoming a channel of divine transformation, a vessel for heavenly confirmation, a walking reminder that miracles are real, alignment is real, destiny is real, and spiritual promises do not return empty. Archangel Michael says that now you must allow yourself to receive fully without self-sabotage. Do not shrink when you feel your blessing approaching. Do not lower your standards out of habit. Do not return to old patterns when new opportunities show up. Do not let fear convince you that you are unworthy of what you prayed for. Receiving requires belief. Receiving requires stillness. Receiving requires trust. Receiving requires emotional openness. Receiving requires spiritual surrender. You have done the preparation. Now you must allow the blessing to land without interrupting it with doubt. There will be a moment very soon where your reality will shift in one sudden event that will feel like destiny crashed open instantly. You may feel overwhelmed with how quickly it changes, but remember, divine timing is not slow. Divine timing is perfect. And when timing aligns with destiny, manifestation happens rapidly. The universe does not move slowly. When everything is aligned, the universe delivers instantly once the lock matches the key. You finally became the frequency that matches the key. And that is why the wait is over. So now let everything that is meant for you come to you. Let abundance flow toward you. Let clarity flow toward you. Let opportunities flow toward you. Let divine connections flow toward you. Let healing flow toward you. Let peace flow toward you. Let emotional fulfillment flow toward you. Let spiritual confirmation flow toward you. You do not need to chase. You simply need to stand in alignment and let destiny complete its arrival. This is where the story turns in your favor forever. And once this shift happens fully, you will never go back to the version of your life where you were waiting, doubting, hoping, or uncertain. You will wake up one morning and realize you are living inside the reality that you once prayed for with tears in your eyes. You will look around and see that the pain was worth it. The delays were necessary. A healing was sacred. The waiting was strategic. Everything was always working for you, not against you. Archangel Michael says, your blessing is already touching this timeline. It is already entering your frequency. It is already moving toward your reality. You are standing at the threshold of manifestation. And the next part will reveal the final inner shift that seals your destiny permanently. Don't skip. There is a sacred truth that Archangel Michael is revealing now at this final stage. The blessing you were waiting for is not just near your life anymore. It is already inside your energetic field, and now your physical reality is simply catching up to it with each passing second. The wait is not something you are sitting inside anymore. The wait is now something that is behind you. Your spirit can sense this because there is a new type of inner peace forming inside your heart that feels extremely different from old peace. This peace is not quiet sadness, not forced acceptance, not emotional numbness pretending to be peace. This is divine stillness. This is the peace that arrives when the spirit knows the outcome before the eyes do. You are not hoping anymore. You are knowing. And this knowing is the confirmation that your manifestation has touched the surface of your timeline already. Archangel Michael says, the reason this message held you this long is because your soul knew this is the exact moment where destiny meets realization. You could never have reached this stage without passing through the emotional evolution you went through. You could never have received this level of blessing with your old identity because your old identity was built on survival, fear, self-sacrifice, limited thinking, and emotional scarcity. But now you have stepped into the identity of someone who chooses themselves. Someone who trusts divine outcomes. Someone who expects alignment instead of chaos. Someone who no longer apologizes for wanting a bigger life. That identity upgrade is the key that unlocked the final phase. You are stepping into a timeline where the type of blessing you once dreamed about becomes the new baseline of your existence. You used to think breakthroughs would only come in rare waves. Now breakthroughs will come consistently. You used to think miracles required struggle first. Now miracles will arrive naturally because you are no longer vibrating from fear. Your emotional body is unlocking new levels of allowance and receiving. You are not resisting anymore. You are not constricting anymore. You are not fighting reality anymore. You are not emotionally holding yourself small anymore. You are expanding. You are allowing. You are stepping into the divine flow of abundance without asking for permission. This next season is not something you will have to announce to people verbally. People will feel your shift without you saying one sentence. They will see it in the way you move. They will see it in the way you speak. They will see it in your eyes. They will see it in how your presence changes the atmosphere in the room. And they will know something powerful has entered your life because you will not be operating from old emotional fatigue anymore. You will be operating from divine rest and divine confidence. Archangel Michael says the most surprising part of this blessing is that it is going to feel both familiar and brand new at the same time. Familiar because your soul has always known this was coming. Brand new because your physical reality has never tasted anything this massive. This is how destiny works when it is perfectly aligned. It feels like a memory you never lived yet but somehow already recognized. You must prepare for rapid transformation now. Things will happen fast. Opportunities will open suddenly. Connections will align instantly. Information will come unexpectedly. New paths will reveal themselves without you chasing anything. Conversations will activate divine movement in your life. The most powerful part of this manifestation is how natural it will feel. You will realize that everything always belonged to you. You just needed to develop into the version that could hold it without losing yourself. Your future is not on hold anymore. Your future is arriving now. It will not take years. It will not take endless waiting cycles. It will not take complicated battles. This moment begins your acceleration timeline. Your destiny is already unfolding and the divine realm is standing behind you with full force. Every step you take now is guided. Every decision you make now is supported. Every direction you go now is aligned. Archangel Michael says you are finally stepping into the reality where you no longer worry if things will work out. You already know they are working out in your favor before the evidence even arrives. This is the frequency shift that unlocks unstoppable manifestation. This is the exact reason everything had to take the time it took. You needed to reach this level of internal acceptance, internal readiness, and internal trust. Without this level of trust, the manifestation would have been too overwhelming. But now you are ready emotionally, spiritually, mentally, and energetically. Listen now with your soul. You are not about to receive your blessing. You are about to begin living inside it. That is the difference between this moment and every other moment in your past. Before you were waiting for it. Now you are stepping into it. Before you were asking for alignment. Now you are alignment. Before you were praying for doors to open. Now your presence itself opens doors. Before you were afraid of losing what you wanted. Now you know what belongs to you cannot leave. Your destiny is not fragile. Your blessing is not temporary. Your breakthrough is not unstable. This is long-term fulfillment, permanent elevation, generational restoration, spiritual inheritance becoming physical reality. You are entering your next level without fear. You are entering your next level without hesitation. You are entering your next level without looking backward because the wait is over. The door is open and destiny is standing on the other side finally welcoming you home. Not as someone begging for a miracle but as someone who has become the miracle. Archangel Michael is saying breathe now. Relax your heart. Release the last fragments of doubt. Release the last pieces of fear. Release the last memory of delay. Release the identity of waiting. And step into the identity of receiving. Because everything you have been asking for is now closer than ever. Not in the distance, but right here, right now, in this moment, you made it. You crossed the unseen threshold. You entered the timeline your spirit always knew existed. And now your physical world will begin reflecting it with undeniable clarity. Your new reality is beginning. Your new life is beginning. Your new chapter has started. This is where everything turns in your favor permanently. The wait is over. Your blessing is no longer on the way, it is here. Archangel Michael says, this new reality you are stepping into will not be temporary. It will become your new normal. You will now live inside the frequency of ease, alignment, clarity, and divine acceleration. Your future is protected and sealed. What is coming cannot be stopped, blocked, or delayed anymore. You are now aligned with your highest timeline. Walk forward with confidence and expect sudden confirmation in the physical world. Your destiny has arrived. This new chapter begins now. Stay aligned. Stay grounded and receive fully. Before you leave, if this message helped you in any way, you can bless this ministry by giving to this work through the link in the description or the pinned comment, whether by buying a coffee, making a donation on PayPal. You have the option to give special thanks with contributions of up to $500. You can help this mission. By doing so, you are sowing into the awakening, deliverance, and restoration of souls who are still trapped in darkness. God bless you.